Thanks for watching another episode of Rams TV. I'm Karlen Herauf, and joining me today will be defensive lineman Stefan Charles, long snapper Jorgen Hus, and receiver Mark McConkey, as well as another segment with head coach Frank McCrystal. Joining me first of all tonight is Stefan Charles. Congratulations on a big team win this past weekend in Manitoba. You led the defense with 5.5 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, 2 sacks, back-to-back in the fourth quarter, and you were just named the Canada West Defensive Player of the Week. So congratulations. You're coming from a team that's pretty laden with some star talent. What does it mean to you to receive this recognition?
It's good to get recognized for, a little bit of achievements, but I was just happy that we got the win.
So what does it mean to the team, to your momentum in a game when the defense, whether it's you or a teammate, comes up with a big play like a sack and interception?
It's good as long as we can get off the field and stop the offense from driving down our side of the field and get our offense on so we can score. So it's always a plus to get 2 and outs.
Personally, statistically, you've improved in pretty much every category from last year to this year. Is there anyone or anything in particular that you would contribute some of your success to?
Yeah, I say Dawson. He's good on drawing up our assignments and how he wants us to execute. So I could say he's a big part in it. And Frank's idea to move me to tackle for man. So those two definitely played a big part in my success this year.
You're going into a bit more of a veteran role, a leadership role on the team now. Do you feel more pressure to perform in what's a must-win situation for you guys?
I just want to win. No other. I just want us to be real good and get to BC and play in the Canadian Championship. That's really the goal we had set out before the season and before the injuries that we got. So just try to keep that going.
Good. Is there anything in particular you'll be working on in practice this week, heading into Calgary on Friday?
Just execution on our defense and what Doss wants us to do. Stop the run and get the win. That's all.
Just get the win. Okay. Well, good luck. I'd love to see you guys get the win. Thanks for talking to me. I'm here now with Mark McConkey, a fourth-year receiver with the Rams. Congratulations on another great game in Manitoba last week. You're kind of in a familiar place right now heading into the playoffs. It's somewhere you've prepared for a game like this before. So what are you hoping to be able to contribute this week in Calgary?
Well, first things first is we just want to win. So hopefully I can just get out there, make some good blocks for Weezy and catch the ball when Zach throws it my way. And just make sure, just try to be a leader out there because I'm in my 4th year and we have some young receivers. This might even be their first playoff game, so I just got to help them out, calm them down, and especially help out Big Oli because it's a big playoff game for him.
Good. You led the Rams receivers last week with 5 receptions, 51 yards, and with those catches, you moved into second all-time for pass receptions on the Rams list. So congratulations on that. I know it's been a busy week. Has that accomplishment had some time to sink in with you yet?
Not really, no. I'm just focused on Calgary right now because we got a great bunch of guys like Owens who are in their 5th year in Kerr, and stats are stats, but it's how far you get in playoffs and stuff that really matter.
I talked to Owens earlier this season. He's a 5th-year receiver. You guys were kind of neck and neck for this on this list, and you've pulled ahead a bit. Do you have a bit of a friendly rivalry? Can you tell me what your relationship is like on and off the field with him?
For sure. It's nothing but friendship. Me and him are actually really good friends. We're roommates on the road. I've been their roommates for 4 years. And we didn't think too much of anything. I know he always bugs me because he got more yards than me and I got receptions. So we kind of joke around about it, but we're not really worried about it. We just want to win and have fun while we're playing.
Good. Have you learned any tips from him that you'll hope to pass on to other younger receivers in the future?
There's a few things. I don't know if they're allowed to say on here, but yeah, there's a few things. He's really smart and he runs really, really good routes, like the best routes I've ever seen. So hopefully I can learn some from him, and yeah. He's going to be a great receiver in the CFL.
Joining me now is Jorgen Hus of the Rams. You are long snapper extraordinaire, newly named the Special Teams Player of the Week in Canada West. Congratulations on that. And let's talk a little bit about the game. A huge blocked punt for a touchdown early on. Can you tell me how you saw that play progress?
Well, it was just something that our coaches picked out during the week. and everybody did their jobs, and that's the only way that it opened up for me. And I just basically ran through and was able to block the punt.
Good. Special teams had a great game overall. You also recovered a moon kick. Can you tell me a little bit about your teammates and how you guys have developed and grown as a unit over the season?
Well, first of all, that wasn't me who recovered it, but I think we're just starting to gel, and we got the right guys in there, and we're playing with much more emphasis now, and we're flying around making plays and we're having fun, and I think that's it's showing out there. So.
You spent some time with the Saskatoon Hilltops. What was the transition like when you came down to play at the CIS level?
Well, the Hilltops is a great program, and it's really family oriented. And I wasn't too sure what to expect when I came here, but I felt it was very much the same. And I loved it, and I've been having fun ever since.
Good, even though they're making you buy donuts.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, it's that's all right though.
I'm here again with head coach Frank McCrystal. Congratulations, a huge win in Manitoba last week to get you guys into the playoffs. You must be proud of how the guys stepped up, and how confident were you that they'd come out of there with a win?
Well, I thought we'd play well, and a win in Can West is always difficult to get, and all the teams, there's a great deal of parity. The games are so competitive. I thought that we would play well. I thought we could play well, but we're certainly very proud of the guys with the amount of adversity that we've had this year. And, obviously when you talk about Mark Mueller, that's the big one that everybody knows and understands. But I mean, even in this game, we lost 2 offensive linemen during the course of the game to just kind of goofy things that happened it wasn't cheap shots, or it wasn't guys playing out of position or surprising anybody. It was just things that happened, a knee and a bang on the neck that kept 2 guys out. So for them to come back from that and be successful, it's pretty impressive.
So you talk about some of the challenges you faced already this season. What challenges do you look forward to playing against the Dinos on Friday? Well,
we're traveling again, but I think that we're trying to make that a positive because it's kind of fun. We're flying into Calgary, and it's exciting, and it's playoff time. I think also it's, they beat us pretty good. It was 51-1. I don't think the score is necessarily indicative of the play or how close the game could have been or should have been, but we're a much different football team than we were at that time. So I think there's a couple things, the excitement of the playoffs, the excitement of traveling, but also an opportunity to get a little vindication from the last time we played them, and to give them a game, because that kind of score, like I said, is not indicative of the kind of team we are.
Good. So last week was a must-win game to make it to this point in the season. You already have a little bit of a taste of playoff football. Is there anything that you do differently to make sure the guys stay focused instead of getting caught up in some of the extra emotion?
Well, I think that's kind of twofold. Sometimes if you try to bring a team down and then back up, you don't get them back up. And I think it's a short week, us coming off the Saturday game into a Friday night game, traveling Thursday. We just got to ride it out and make sure that we execute and make sure that we know what our plays are. I don't think you do too much different. We really have been in playoff mode for some time now. So, I look at the game that we played Manitoba as a quarterfinal, and this is a semifinal, and we'll see what happens.
You've been the head coach here for some undisclosed number of years, we won't say. How many seasons do you remember coming down to the last game like that?
There's quite a few, since we've come into this league. Certainly in other times when we were in the juniors for as long as we were. We played in a lot of big games, and so it wasn't necessarily coming down to the last game to be in the playoffs, but we were in a lot of big playoff matches. And so, we've been here before, and we've been here before as a coaching staff, and certainly as a group. Since we've come into the league in 1999, there's been, we haven't missed the playoffs very much, but there's been some very, very big games to get into the playoffs, and then every playoff game is big.
Good, well, thanks. Good luck with the one on Friday in Calgary, and best of luck for the rest of the season, too. Thanks again for watching Rams TV, brought to you by Desjardins Securities. The Rams head off to Calgary this Friday for the conference semifinal against the Calgary Dinos. Cheer them on, wish them luck when you see them in the hallways as they fight for their chance to play in the Hardy Cup.